saw Doctor Strange last week. I just saw it just a couple nights ago. And let's go ahead and kind of just start off right there. Doctor Strange is now what? It's like the 25th, 26th movie now in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I mean, we're close approaching 30 movies now
Yeah.
since 2008 when Iron Man first debuted. What just I guess what were your thoughts of the movie? Let's talk about that. I mean, you and I have already kind of discussed it, but let's kind of recap that.
Um, so I think maybe like go down like the positive route first. Always good to be positive first. I felt like straight off the bat, I think that you could tell straight away that there was a proper director behind it, and not to diss some of the directors that have been behind some of the other films. I think obviously they've all mainly done a good job, but obviously Sam Raimi is of another level, and I think that was quite apparent quite straight away. I think it's the devil's in the detail mainly, with just how things are captured, and I think straight away you could feel that it was a different experience. That the caliber of which the film was being captured was higher. So I really enjoyed that, and I also like the style, which kind of matched quite similar to Spider-Man in some aspects, especially at the beginning when they're fighting that kind of one-eyed monster, and like I felt like that felt quite similar to what we've seen from the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man film. So I really enjoyed that. Benedict Cumberbatch obviously is a brilliant actor, a national treasure here in the UK. Putting on an American accent, but he's obviously really good. Really enjoys this Stephen Strange's character, and I can't see anyone else playing him. To be honest, I think he does a really good job. So that was really cool. Yeah. So I'd say probably they're like the two kind of real highlights for me, and the positives of the film. But generally, as a whole, I don't think I enjoyed the film too much. I wouldn't say that I disliked the film, but I felt it to be kind of just kind of a bit shallow, really a bit hollow. I kind of just left not really feeling anything. I don't think I felt too much during the film, other during some of the cameos that are in there. I think were kind of cool, but I don't think that they added to kind of the overall enjoyment of the story per se, and it having any real depth. I think that was just kind of um, just nice to have sort of thing. But overall, yeah, I wasn't massively impressed with it, to be honest. Yourself?
Yeah, I think in similar fashion, a lot of the things that you mentioned about what you liked about the film was pretty much kind of where I was at too. It was cool to see. It was cool to see things in a Marvel, specifically an MCU movie that you typically do not see, or at least things that were a little bit more mature. Um, elements that have only maybe appeared in like phase one of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like like Iron Man. I always go back to Iron Man too, just because Iron Man is such a clear outlier to what the MCU has become and what it once was when it first began. And so yeah, you can definitely tell that Sam Raimi had um a lot of ability to influence that movie to make it kind of the way that he wanted, but you can also tell throughout a lot of the movie that he was hindered by kind of the standard formula that Kevin Feige has set for what he wants his movies to be. And so yeah, you could tell in quite a few scenes that yeah, this is not your typical no name Marvel director. And I say no name just because um I mean just directors that haven't really cut their teeth on anything else other than they're kind of brand new to the industry, and it's someone that Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios can rein in really easily and kind of tell what to do. Sam Raimi is not that kind of director though, but unfortunately, he had he been given full control of this movie, I think it's easy to say that it likely would have been rated R,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and I think with upcoming MCU movies like Blade or Deadpool 3, which have all been given the green light. I mean, these movies are coming out. I anticipate those to be rated R. I can't imagine that Marvel Studios would say, yes, we're going to bring back Ryan Reynolds and have a Deadpool 3 and it not be in line with the previous two movies. So, but we'll see. We'll see how that works out. But yeah, the movie was in moments pretty cool, but I think overall fairly forgettable. And I think if you enjoyed this clip of the Mega Movie Show, you can watch the full episode by clicking this link right here in the video. And be sure to click the like and subscribe buttons on your way out.